Hey guys, it's Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, and getting listeners back again with another video, another podcast. It has been a hot minute since we've been on the air talking Brew Crew like we like to do, but we are division champs tonight. So I was on Bart Winkler earlier, and I thought I would hop on and chit chat with you guys and talk about our newly crowned division champions. I am just trying to watch some local news, and of course, there's no coverage. Tried to flip to ESPN, no coverage. Go figure. If you don't know already, this is your daily Brewers podcast where we come on and talk Brew Crew. Typically every morning, 5:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's been a couple weeks, about 2 weeks since I actually put out a podcast on a morning show. We will get back to those coming now, and especially with the postseason coming. Just some things went awry. We are on YouTube, Spotify, Google, Amazon, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Rumble, you name it. Smash the like button. Follow us wherever you watch your favorite podcasts. We'll be doing this again every day. We're coming back. We're back. We back, baby. So the Brewers lost tonight, but managed to get fortunate and win the division by the default of the Cubs losing a game that they were leading. It just shows how pesky those Atlanta Braves can be. I wanted to talk about the season more in retrospect, kind of where we are at this juncture and what's been going on since I last chatted. So we're just going to kind of talk about some different topics. Number one on my list is Rowdy Tellez. Rowdy Tellez being able to pitch in the postseason clinching game the other night. Spectacle to say the least. It was a game that we were winning handedly, and it was really amazing to see a position player come in and just lock down. No runs allowed, struck out one. Great feel-good story. Rowdy won't shut up about it, and he's been talking some trash, and it's been fun. In other news, kind of related to Rowdy Tellez, is there was some talk that Donaldson was kind of a dick and didn't want to be introduced or didn't need to say he needed an introduction. That was just John Boy taking things out of context, and it was joking. Rowdy Tellez was joking. So I think those are some things that need to clear the air. Donaldson probably does have some arrogance about him, but I don't think that's the case with what's going on right now. Actually, right now, if we're looking live at ESPN Sports Center is talking about Houston versus Seattle right now, which is a hotly contested divisional matchup, of course, but regardless, we're here to talk about the Brew Crew winning the NL Central. Some of the highlights and the things that really come to mind is, the big thing that we were talking about all season is where are the bats, where's the offense? And really, the offense came through here in the last couple weeks, since the addition of Donaldson, Canna, Santana, just kind of plugging those right pieces in at the right time. And that was huge for the Crew. 2023 was a year of a lot of one-run games. And if we've got a lot more of those in, we can get pretty deep into the playoffs. Lately, though, we've been winning these games pretty heavily. I don't think there's anything. If I go back, bear with me a hot minute. I just was excited to get a podcast out. I didn't even prep slides tonight, but usually I have this stuff background up and ready to go. But of course, I didn't do that tonight. I just was ready to jump on and talk Brew Crew because it's been a minute. So right now, I mean, in the month of September, Craig Temper, as we like to call it, you look at the Phillies series, we won 2 of that. We did lose the Pirates series, but then we came back to win the Yankees series. Took 3 of 4 from the Marlins. I mean, we've been winning all the way across the board here. Of course, the Nats. Cardinals, we lost first game, but then we came back and took the other 3. We did lose the series to the Marlins over the weekend, but that does help out the Marlins in their chase for the playoffs. We have 4 games left for the month. And at this juncture, it's just a matter of just kind of playing and keeping the team hot. I don't think we need to rest guys. I think guys need to go on the regular pitching. Obviously, we have playoff series starting Tuesday in Milwaukee. And it's yet to be determined who we are going to face. It looks like it could be the Cubs, but the Cubs do magically keep losing games, which is really awesome for us. They're actually talking about the AL. They don't give any love to the NL. I'm just going to say that. They do not give any love to the NL on SportsCenter. I do not have MLB Network because I use YouTube TV, so I can't tell you what the MLB Network is saying. I'll have to watch those clips tomorrow and give you my takes. But season seat holder appreciation day tomorrow. They did take away all fan from the Cubs series, so if you didn't get that, that was 2 weeks ago. If you're catching any of these games and would like to chat with me live via post game, let me know. Hit me in the DMs. Gladly talk to you. If you want to come on this podcast and just chat Brew Crew, if you're in the mood, let me know. You know, you look at the games that we've won though recently. That's what I was talking about. 16-1 to the Marlins. That was the biggest win of the season. 6-0 over the Cardinals. 8-2, 7-3. You got to go back to here. 9-5. That was the Grand Slammy game. 5-3, 4-2. There's been some big wins as of late, and that's what's important going into this postseason run. We can win 1-run games. That's a definite. But now being a full 6 games ahead in the NL Central, clinching the division, we don't have to worry about looking at the scoreboard and counting. The only thing we got to count is the wild card and who we're going to play. Stat leader since I left off is 289 for William Contreras. Christian Yelich has 104 runs. Willie Adames with 24 home runs. 78 runs batted in for Willie Adames, and Christian Yelich leading the way with 27 stolen bases. Sorry, I almost flip-flopped that. Freddie leads the way with wins, 12 big wins for Freddie Peralta. Saves, of course, is Devin Williams, 35. Next closest is like 3 or 4. So Corbin Burns, ERA leader, 3.46. Freddie has 210 strikeouts. Corbin Burns has a 106 whip. Another funny thing from that interview with Rowdy Tellez that I have to talk about is when he was talking trash to Corbin Burns and he told Corbin Burns he has a better whip than him. That was pretty impressive. That was pretty awesome. And just fun all the way around. Just shows the personality of these guys and this team. I think this is actually a little bit more exciting than 2018 in the fact that we are now looking at a team that has played a lot of games behind the 8 ball. A lot of these games have been comeback games, you know, especially you look at the big Grand Slam with Canna and just the hitting that they've done in behind situations. I think that excites me for the postseason. I said on the Bart Winkler show, I said NLCS plus is where my expectation is. Leave your comment below as to what you think where we're gonna go. I'm excited about this team. I think this team is better than I even expected it to be. I'm actually going to pull out the prediction sheet. Unfortunately, my office is a little bit of chaos right now. I got a Lego rebuild going on behind me and a bunch of other projects I'm working on, cleaning up the office and working on the professional office setup as always. Always moving things, always racking, and I don't know. I'm happy to be in the postseason. I think if we take a look at the numbers overall over the last couple of years, this is going to be one of the better years, and we're in a new age of baseball too. That's one thing that I was kind of looking at as the wild card for the year. I was looking at the pace of games. I was looking at the new rules. And they haven't mentioned anything about what the rules are going to be going forward. I know they're doing the automated strike zone. They honored one of the cool things they did honor the minor league players of the year. You know, Jackson Churio, Tyler Black. It's escaping me the pitcher's name, but the pitcher from the Josh Hader trade. And that's kind of what we have yet to come. So those are the things that we need to look for going forward. But right now, it's about the right now. We're in the playoffs. We're gonna make as deep a run as we possibly can. I'm like I said, NLCS plus is my expectation at this point. Win division, take next round, move forward. And like I said, I think this is a better squad than we had in 2018. You've got a full rotation of guys, and when I say this, you've got Freddie, you've got Corbin, you've got Woody, then you got the veteran in Wade Miley, who we actually had back in 2018 as well, but it was a totally different rotation. You've got Christian Yelich, we had Christian Yelich. You've got Hauser out of the bullpen. You've got an option of Julio Teheran. You've got Colin Ray. You've got a lot of different guys and a lot of role players. You've got Joel Payamps, Uribe. You've got a Devin Williams, and just different pieces. Hobie Milner. Really, really a roster that's just a different construction. And once you get into the bullpen and the rotation, we have some of the best. Yeah, they're talking about women's basketball now. No disrespect if you like women's basketball, but sneeze, bore, want to hear about the Brewers. I'm just going to look at the local news real quick. So I think this roster construction and I think this team is a lot better and in a better position to football, of course. Packers, talking Packers. No coverage. It is amazing. The local sports and news stations do not have anything. This is what I'd be covering right now. I know there's not as much hype because the Packers season started and there always seems to die off. I remember game one against Atlanta. It was an afternoon start on a Friday. Took my wife and there was just there was buzz, but there was very little buzz. We actually got recorded for the news. And it didn't seem like there was a lot of people jacked. I was buzzed. I was having a good time, and I just didn't feel the vibe wasn't there. So it's time to show up strong and see what happens. As far as everything else in the news, I'm gonna do some brief takes. Craig Counsell, I don't really care right now. I'm more focused on the fact that we need to win. The proposal by the Republicans was a lot of money, a stupid deal, but if they take it, they take it. You know what I mean? If that's what it is, that's what it is. I guess to me, I don't see a way that the Brewers are not going to continue to be here. I mean, we already know they're here till 2030, so Next up, Garrett Mitchell. Garrett Mitchell and Jesse Winker have both joined the club at American Family Field. Mitchell, in particular, has a chance to be in the postseason with the Crew in a limited role, said Craig Counsell. It's pretty awesome. He slashed 188, 257, 250 with triple and 3 steals in 8 late season games for AAA Nashville. So Mitchell and Winker will instead stay sharp by logging at bats live in batting practice this week. Now, there hasn't been talk of Vera. Looks like Ashby has been updated to 2024. Don't really say anything as to any current update. But it'll be interesting to see what they do with Weimer. I mean, I would think you would want Weimer just because he's been there for the defense. But it all depends on where the injuries fall and where the players land for this postseason roster. We're gonna know in a few short days who will be there and who will not, who will get the snub, who will get fly in. I opened the balcony door. Who will get snubbed, who will get on this roster. I don't think there's going to be anybody big left off at this juncture. I mean, I think talking Brewers and just thinking about who we had and who we have, outside of injuries, it's going to be the bullpen arms that we expect, the regular guys, and that's going to be our regular everyday role players. Do you see a Perkins? I don't know. Is Perkins going to be flip-flop for Mitchell or Weimer? Maybe. I feel like Weimer's been here this whole season. I know he's not hit, but he's been there defensively for us. I feel like he almost should just get a position spot, but that's me. I'm a Weimer homer, so I don't know. Guys, it was good to be back. I am going to make this a wrap. I'm not going to do a full-length episode yet tonight. I mean, 20 minutes still good enough, but it was good to be back tonight. It was good to talk Brew Crew. It has been a hot minute. It's been a while. Go Brewers. We are in the postseason. Celebrating strong. It's good to see it. It's good to do it. Hell yeah. Hell freaking yeah, guys. Sucks that we didn't do it in winning ourselves, but at the same time, we won enough games to make it worthwhile. The big points were taking all those games from the then really hot Cincinnati Reds and just playing tough and winning series. And that's what it came down to. It's going to be a 90-win team. And we'll see where that falls. I don't remember. I think I said somewhere in the 90-win category when I wrote down the predictions. I got to find the sheet. I think it's over here, but I'm not going to dig it out on the podcast. We'll do it after the fact. So, guys, check us out tomorrow. We're going to be coming back with more coverage of our 2023 Milwaukee Brewers, the division NL Central Division champion Milwaukee Brewers. Yes, we've been saying it all year long, the 2023 championship season. And now we are the division champs. All right, good night, everybody. We'll check it in the next episode. If you're watching this the next day, thank you for being a fan. Be a friend. Share it with your friends. Thank you again for watching and listening to the Miller Park Minute. And go Brew Crew. Let's get them tomorrow.